Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Watersurf Chats with. Today we are chatting with this lovely fellow here. And we're just going to head and just start right off and just say, what do you do and how do you pronounce your name? Because I'm pretty sure that's a common question everyone's going to have.
Oh, so common. Uh, Hi, I'm Knuthh. The K is not silent. Uh, Real name Jackson. I am a variety creator here on YouTube that prioritizes in throwing his friends into very wild situations.
That sounds awesome. I love variety creators, by the way, and that's why I was just like, you know what? I'll have that guy on the show because you make a lot of different types of videos. Like, I'm looking at your channel right now. You have, like, I just watched your Betrayers episode. That was pretty cool. And then you
Yeah.
have, looks like you did, like, a little Mr. Beast parody. And then you have was it Pokemon to a hero shooter. Like you got a bunch of sports stuff. Like you do
Yeah.
like kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I
So
think,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. A variety stuff is just so easy to me. I hate being put in like to a bubble. Like whenever anyone asks me, it's like, "Oh, what kind of videos do you make?" I always like go, I don't know, like whatever I feel like making that day. It just like variety is so much fun, but it's so hard to get an audience for, but I enjoy it and really that's all that matters with it.
You know, I will say that I am very impressed of how many people I got to comment on my little post that I made about you, and I was just like, dang, everybody's coming out for this guy. I'm like, you do have a little bit of an audience, and that is something to be very proud of.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Um,
I sent it out a little bit. I was like, "Hey, viewers, check this out. I'm going to be on this podcast." And they came, and that's very good to hear.
Well, hopefully they get to learn a little bit about you today as well, because we're going to be diving into the weeds of it. So, I'm just going to start off with saying, with variety, I don't know how you feel about it as a like writing, filming, editing. Like, what is your favorite process of doing variety? Like, do you like the fact that it's always fresh, or just something new to work on every day?
I think definitely it's something fresh. Really gets me going every time because when I first started doing videos on this channel, it was all commentary. Like it was just mainly commentary videos because I was living alone in a city and I didn't really like a lot of my friends weren't in the city that I was in, so I was kind of stuck doing commentary. And then after a while, as I'm making new connections with people, especially when I got into college and stuff like that, I was just like, I don't want to do videos by myself. I want to do videos with people and variety stuff. It's just like one week we can be doing like a random game show, and then the next week we're all doing like a board game and for a video. And it's just like it's always something different and it's always something that is like, ooh, that sounds fun. Let's just do that. Because that's always the main thing. It's just what sounds fun to film on that particular day.
Yeah, I always plan my stuff always like in advance because my stuff is heavily scripted. But are you doing like, do you have like a general outline, or is it just all improv?
Well, I would say like 80% of most videos are entirely improv. Like you brought up Betrayers. I started like from planning to filming maybe 2 days. Like 2 days later, we were filming Betrayers after I went, I think I'm going to make this video. And then I was just like, I can do this day at this time. Let me just send to all of my friends, just like, hey, are you available at this day and this time to do this? And then we filmed it. Like it's so quick of just like a, let's, like, of course there is planning, especially with like the bigger videos. But like, there's a lot of the times where it's just like, I need to make a video and I want to make a video, and I'll just go through like I have a video idea like notepad, and I'll just like, oh, that's an interesting idea, or I'll look back at old videos and go like, what's an idea that could maybe be better to kind of like top this in a way, and just go off of that. But a lot of it is improv. Like there's a lot of the times where we go, oh, I don't think this challenge or whatever is going to work. Let's figure out something right now, and we'll do that instead.
My first guest I interviewed on the show, Red Eyes Green Dragon, he does a lot of improv stuff, especially with his sketches. But he films on a green screen, so there's some planning to that as well. But you're just living in the moment, and I really respect those that can just do improv in the moment. You know.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's go ahead and shift topics away. Um, what I would say, let's talk about your various series because you look like you have a few you have like I'm just gonna put everything into its own series just to make it simple. Looks like you have
Yeah.
like sports stuff. Though you have your sports series, you have your reality TV show s series like the Betrayers. The I think you mentioned something else. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. It
You're
looks like
all
you have the
good.
Olympics thing. Sorry, I'm looking at your channel.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then you had like a little award show thing. I watched a little bit of that. I was just like, oh, got a lot of friends.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have a lot of people that
Oh
are
yeah,
willing to
you had
do
a
these type of
Survivor
things.
parody. That's right, or
Yes,
Survivor
that
thing.
is. Yeah. Yeah. I love doing just different series and different stuff. Like sports, I feel like sports and athletic stuff is typically like a focal point just because like I grew up playing sports. I played college football as well. And I'm surrounded by people that all played rather college sports or high school sports. So it just like I don't I'm kind of a bro. I won't lie. I'm occasionally a bro when it comes to sports stuff and I like talking sports, which some people are just like, "Oh, I wouldn't expect that out of you," but it's like it makes for great content most of the time.
Yeah, I saw. I remember you shared in the Jax Films Discord server like a few months ago. Like you played all different types of sports, like but golf style, and I was just like,
Yeah.
this guy's going crazy with his sports, man.
All sports golf. That was such a fun video. We filmed that in like November, and you do not golf in November, especially in the Midwest. Oh, it was so windy, but it was just like we get the chance to do all sports golf, which was a format created by Dude Perfect, and they did it on like multiple times, and I'm just like, oh, that'd be so cool. And then a golf course was like, hey, would you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, of course, I would love to do that. Like, so,
This sounds great. I'm not really a sports guy myself, as you can tell. I did play
oh, what do
baseball
you mean?
growing up, so that's my only like interaction with sports.
Yeah.
But I'm sure someone watching this is gonna be like, "Oh man, I love sports. I love golf. I love football. I love basketball." You know, so someone's gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go back into it, the different series. So you have your like sports series. Like, do you want to talk about the different types of sports you do on your channel?
Yeah, I can talk about that. So, main one and what is, I won't lie, unfortunately, my most viewed video is football. It, for me, it just comes to the fact that, like, I played it in college, played it in high school. I mean, I got a giant Chiefs flag on my like wall. Like I am a very big football fan and like so that always was easy to talk about, especially when I was doing commentary. It was always easy to talk about sports stuff, but I'm like I like I guess showing off would be the word, I guess, but that kind of sounds a little but I like displaying not only my talent when it comes to sports, but also my friends' talent because my friends are a lot better at that stuff than me. So that's what transitioned into just talking about sports into doing sports related videos and challenges and stuff like that.
I will say that again, well, I'm not a sports guy. When you are passionate about something, the viewers and audience that come to your channel can really tell that you're passionate about that. So there's nothing ashamed to be that being your most viewed video if you're very passionate about that sport.
I say that because the Knuthh Klassic exists, and I'm like, oh, I spent so long on that one, and I spent like
Yeah.
maybe a couple days on the NFL one, so it's like,
That's how YouTube is
but
sometimes. The stuff you're like, I could do this in an afternoon, and that does well, but then something you spent like a year on is just like,
yeah,
2 views. It's all right though.
yeah,
Um, let's talk about your like reality TV show esque inspired stuff, like your Survivor thing, the Betrayers thing. Um, Obviously, I guess the Olympics one I'm looking at kind of counts.
yeah.
Looks like you have
I would count that.
you have like a murder mystery thing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those and like what inspires you. Like, do you watch a lot of television, or is it just like
Oh,
I grew up watching that and I want to do that myself now?
yeah. I am a big reality competition show. I'm not a big reality show guy. Like people go like, "Oh, I love reality shows like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and
Uh, yeah,
Love Island," and I'm
I
like,
was more
"No,
referring to
that
like
is
the game show esque ones, like I don't know,
yeah."
Survivor. My mom watches a lot of those.
Yeah, I am way more into the reality competition like the Survivor and the Traders, and I did an Amazing Race one as well with one of my buddies where that one was also really fun. But I've always been interested in that kind of like television. Like I'm not a big movie or TV guy too much. Like I'll watch a lot, but I'm not like super into it. But something about reality competition shows is like it draws me in, especially Survivor. I have auditioned for Survivor and I've sent in so many tapes for Survivor trying to just get on that. Like that's how much I love it. So the most like whenever I get the chance to somewhat relive it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, it's been great. I love shooting that stuff, especially with friends, because they don't know what they're getting into pretty much until like maybe an hour before we actually start filming. And it just how do they adapt? How do they play the game? Especially when you put money on the line. Like you don't have to put money on the line for videos. Like during my Survivor one, it was 100 pennies, which is $1, and they still treated it like they were playing for $1 million. So it's like really fun seeing like how much they play the game, even though there's not much at stake.
it's always interesting when people take the game seriously, and it makes for good content. I will say that I was watching your Betrayers thing yesterday, and I was just like, I was more impressed just from an editing standpoint more than anything. I'm just like, this guy was cooking in the editing lab because I'm like, he had like 12 or 13 different camera angles, and they're all like kind of
Yeah.
overlapping each other. I'm just like, man, that would have taken me so long to do, and you just busted it out.
Yeah, I think for that one we had 15 players in that one. And the fact that I was able to get 15 people in like 2 days was kind of insane, but all of them filmed on their like own phone, and then I had my camera, and then I had another camera that was on a tripod, and then I had my phone as well occasionally doing stuff if need be. And then I also had a webcam in this room because people were allowed to come into this room, and I had a webcam like on my ceiling and like taped up to try to get as much as possible. That footage never got used because it was kind of horrible footage. But going through all that, especially just for most editing softwares, they see that many cameras and that many like long files and just go, all right, here we go. Time to, time to get rolling.
I know my editing software, I use Vegas Pro. It has a feature for multicam setup, and I was just like, that makes things a little bit easier. But I'm like, I've only done that once for like a college project.
Yeah. Multicam, I've tried multicam editing with like some of the videos that I do, but multicam editing is definitely way more for like podcasts and not
Yeah.
like, hey, we're gonna do 15 people running around this field. Let's like we could definitely match that up and just do that. No, you can't. You have to scrub through every bit of that footage.
Yeah, that's always a fun thing with editing is, oh, it's this specific feature is meant for this specific thing, but it's always like us as uh, YouTube creators making videos online. It's just like, oh, this doesn't work for the thing I'm using it for.
It's like,
You
come
know,
on. Where's my specific update? Come on.
I'm like, I need this for me, and they're like, we don't care about you. You're not giving
It's
them the
like
big
you're the
bucks.
only person doing this, man. What do you? What, it's like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Let's go ahead and move on to. You said you've been making videos for a while, and this is your current channel. I guess we'll ask like, what have you been doing for the past let's just say 15 years? Because I see a 14-year thing, but that's was from 7 months ago.
yeah. Geez, so it would be more than 14 and a half years.
It's
That's
almost
actually
15.
wild to think about. That's so I'm 21. So the fact that we've been doing it for 15 years, I started when I was 6. And I started on my mom's YouTube channel that I think she only made because back in elementary school, there was like some contest stuff for like performance arts, and you had to upload it onto YouTube in order to submit the videos.
Dang.
And so I started posting on my mom's channel with a flip camera, if anyone remembers what those are. And
I think I had one
I've
of
been trying to
those.
get my hands on a flip camera, but they're expensive now because they're like novelty items. And I was like, "Oh, shoot." But I started with a flip camera and I was doing the like cringe is a word that gets tossed around a lot. I was making Weird Al lip sync videos in my family room with a flip camera. Like it is the embodiment of if anyone found these videos, I am cooked. Like now I would be cooked with how like kind of cringy like they're endear no.
What you mean this?
No. You just pull it out just but
Nah, I'm
and the
just kidding.
problem is I don't know, I don't have access to that channel anymore, so I can't like private the videos or anything like that. And so they're out there. You can definitely find them. But it's just like I was having fun with it, and that's really when I like started getting into like video production and like cameras and stuff like that. Cause I did theater when I was really young. I kind of stopped like in middle school, but I did theater when I was really young, so I was really comfortable in front of a camera and being able to kind of do silly little things and not feel like, oh, this is weird what I'm doing. Like, no, this is fun. So I did that for a while, and then I moved to like gaming videos and then a little bit more variety on a channel that I think it was like I don't even remember what it was called, but I did that for a while, and then my friends found it, and I got really like self-conscious about it, so I deleted the channel, which I hate myself for now. I should have just privated the videos. Like little right into the camera. Private your videos, do not delete, because sometimes you'll think about a video that you made as a kid and it's like, "Oh, I would really want to watch that again." I can't. Like I have no possible way of finding those videos again.
You know,
And then
that's really
yeah,
relatable.
like it's such a big thing, especially with people wanting to be creators more and more now. Like people will find those videos and they will judge. Like it happens, but like you can't let that stop you. And if it like just never delete, never delete. Like just keep them even to yourself is way better than having no one be able to see them anymore, including you. But I did that, and then eventually I like stopped making videos entirely. And then during, I think, was it 2022? It was 2022 or 2023. I don't quite remember. I might need to check.
You're all good.
Uh, when was it? I think it was 2023. Oh, it was 2024. Oh, wow. Okay. So in 2024, I got that itch again. I was like fresh out of summer, first year of college football done, and I was like, man, I really want to make videos again. And then that's what started the whole commentary stuff. And now we're here. So it's been a long ride and a very interesting ride, but now we're here.
Well, if you audience find his old Weird Al lip sync videos, make sure you post it
No!
down below. I'm just,
No!
I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with cringy
it.
old videos.
Find it. I'm curious if anyone can figure that out. If anyone can reverse engineer to find those videos, I'll be impressed. I don't know what's on that channel. There could be there could be some bad stuff on that channel that I just don't remember. But like I was 8, like 6 through 9, I think was maybe the ages I was posting on that channel. So who even knows?
I started YouTube when I was 12, almost turning 13, and I mean, I made some cringy stuff then. I mean, I know one of them still haunts me to this day. It's my second most viewed video because I made a terrible video for college, and everybody's just like, ha ha ha.
Now I gotta find this one.
Oh, you don't need to watch it right now. But I embraced it. I'm like, I made that into a character. So like sometimes you gotta embrace your old cringe, because if you embrace it, then the haters will be like, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, new Weird Al lip sync coming out tomorrow. Bringing them back. Weird Al lip sync
Is
videos.
pretty cool though. He's a cool
Oh,
guy.
I love Weird Al. He's great.
I also noticed you did you have some music on your channel. Specifically, you said you rewrote That Funny Feeling. Is that an original song you made, or is you covering something?
So That Funny Feeling was a song made by a comedian, or people call him comedian. I say artist, Bo Burnham. During one of his, he made a comedy special on Netflix called Inside back in, I think, 2021. And one of the songs was called That Funny Feeling, of just like how things around him just doesn't feel real, is kind of how I would describe that song. And I was, especially about to turn 21, I was having some thoughts in my mind of just like how I was feeling at the age and going into like adulthood. Technically, like that was my first full year of not being a teenager anymore, like living in my own house and having to worry about rent and utility bills and car payments, and then just like, oh my, like what is happening at the moment. And I just really like, I love that song normally, and I listen to it still. It's such a good song, even for it coming from a comedy special. But I was like, I'm gonna try to, I've seen people rewrite the song, more specifically Ethan Nestor of like Crank Gameplays, he used to go by, rewrote the song for his opinions on his life. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna do that too. That seems like a fun way to kind of put thoughts to paper and then paper to screen. So.
And then you mentioned you used to do gaming content, and I see a few gaming videos. You have one that you said never beat Minecraft, and then I watched a little bit of your turned Pokemon into a hero shooter. I would technically consider that gaming, technically.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Do you have any other ideas like that? Specifically, like, do you want to? I made this into this and gaming related stuff.
When it comes to like gaming videos, I tried like the I Never Beat Minecraft one was like a strictly gaming video, and I enjoy doing that. But for me, even being a variety creator, there's some stuff that doesn't fit onto the channel. And I feel like that was one of them. Like, I'm not disappointed in the video at all, but if I were to do another gaming video, it would be a commentary kind of focus, like the Pokemon turning into a hero shooter. Or I did one where I took the Smash Ultimate roster and I cut it down to 30 from
All right,
like the 90 that were originally in the
we need to
game.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Because Smash Brothers is my second favorite game of all time. And if you cut any of my mains, we're gonna have a problem.
Let me see if I can find the list again. Hold on.
But yeah, I
I
guess I guess we'll talk about that. Who are your mains in Smash Brothers?
so I am Piranha Plant through and through. That is my
Hell
best
yeah.
character. I play him the most. He is perfect for my playstyle. And to prove that I was not biased, he was the first person that I cut. He was the first person that I cut from the roster. Because, like, realistically, he makes no sense in the game. Like, he makes no sense being in the game. But I fell in love with his play style when I first like tried him out, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Like it is quite literally like a character that was designed for how I like to play Smash Bros.
I'm not a Piranha Plant main, but I can respect that because Piranha Plant's such a fun character to play. And I remember,
So fun.
like now, if you play the game now, it's like nobody knows how to play against him again, and it's just like, how do you not know how to play against him? He was the first DLC character.
Yeah, like you have time. You had so much time. And what stinks is he's definitely gonna get cut if there's a Smash 7 or a new Smash game coming out, and I will not be able to play as him, and that's gonna make me sad. That's gonna make me sad.
I'm like, just give us Ultimate Deluxe. That's fine.
Yeah, just more characters, please. Just come on.
But my main is probably Joker. I'm like, he plays
I
a little
did
similar
cut
to.
Joker.
That's fine. I get it.
Yeah, I
But
did.
he's similar to Great Ninja. Great Ninja is also one of my mains too. And then I'm probably one of the worst people, but I also main Minecraft Steve. I'm sorry.
One of my roommates mains Minecraft Steve because I mentioned one time that he was the best character in the game, and it went, okay, so I guess I'm playing that character, and then he learned the character, and
Because
now
nobody knows how to play against
I
him.
hate it. It's like it's not even that nobody knows how to play against him. He's just impossible to play against. Like there's no clear counter to that. Dude, I can nerd about Smash Bros all day. I used to be
That's fine.
top 10 in the state that I reside in. Like I think my peak was fourth overall in the state. Like I would actually go to like state tournaments and stuff like that and play. But oh, I love Smash Bros. I wish I played it more than what I do now. I kind of stopped playing it, but
Yeah, we all get busy with life. That's understandable.
oh yeah.
I'm personally, I would say I'm probably the best out of my friend group, but I'm like, when I did a professional tournament at PAX, and I think I got like 12th, and I was just like, that's not that bad.
That's not bad. Yeah, I think I did I had my friend group come over, and I might turn this into a video because it was honestly just a fun challenge. It was me and then pretty much all of the friend groups, like girlfriends, against me in a 5v1. And it was how many games can we play where I get more and more disadvantages until the 5 beat me. And we went for way too long. I tried playing random. I tried switching characters to like ones that I just do not know how to play. It was a massacre. It was a massacre that
Yeah, some
day.
people don't know how to play Smash Brothers. I'm like, my younger siblings, my youngest brother, he's 14. I'm like, how do you not know how to do B up yet? Come on.
Yeah, it's like you just go up and then B. It's like
I'm like, it's such an easy thing to fix. Like, even my 4-year-old kid knows how to do it. And I'm like, you're telling me my 4-year-old kid's better than you? you
it's
know?
like you're getting beat by a 4-year-old. What are we
Exactly.
doing?
All right. We're gonna go ahead and shift gears and just say, is there anything that you want to talk about on your channel, like stuff that's coming in the future, like something that you feel like didn't get enough love, and you want to send some of these guests over to go check it out, and I'll probably have a card pop up if you have one of
Oh
those.
yeah. I mean, to me, there's one obvious one. Like, if I were to point anybody to any video, I made my own Olympics, also known as the Knuthh Klassic, is my favorite video I have ever made up until now. Like, even with Betrayers being pretty much fully edited and like scheduled to be posted, if you put all those in one video, it does not beat like I made my own Olympics. That was a full 6 months of planning and work and getting everything put together. And then it was maybe a month of editing after that to get it all like ready to go. And I will point people to that video so many times because I love that video.
All right, viewers, you heard it here first. You better go check out that video with that car that popped up. And if you don't,
My jersey's right there from it. Actually, I forgot. I wore this jersey in it. I got it custom made and I still hang it up because I'm so proud of that video. And I'm like, people need to see this when they come into my room.
if you don't check that video out, he's gonna send you all of his Weird Al covers.
No, now no one's gonna watch it because all they want to see is my weird outcome.
Those are the better videos. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it. All right, we have a lot of questions, so we're gonna spend the last half of this episode talking about questions. I got one from my Discord, and I think the rest are all from YouTube.
All right.
So first up from my Discord server, DevDalt, aka All Games No Life, he asked, "What is your favorite game, and why is it Doom 2016?"
Well, I hate to break it to you, man, but it's not Doom 2016.
All right, end the
Hate
podcast,
to
guys.
burst. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hate to burst your bubble. My favorite game of all time, and I don't think anything will beat it for a very long time, is a little old game, little underground. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called Super Mario Galaxy 2.
The second
Super
one.
underground game.
That's
Didn't, yeah,
interesting.
second one. The second one, not the first one. I definitely prefer the second one. And that game more comes to sentimental value than it does like actual like game because it was the first game that I ever 100% completed. And it was a Christmas gift. I was given Super Mario Galaxy 2 for Christmas. And then that night I snuck into my family's game room and I beat the game that night. Not 100% it, but I beat the game that night. And then all of a sudden my parents are coming up from their room to do Christmas stuff. And I'm in the game room playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 and beating the game. And all of a sudden it's Christmas morning. And I'm like, oh no. I played it the entire night. And that's been like a core memory because that game is just fantastic. It is such a good game. I replay it all the time. I love that game.
Did you play the Switch version of it that just came out?
I did, and it doesn't feel as good as it does on the Wii.
Yeah, the
In my
Wii
opinion.
versions are always good. I think the first time I know I'm a little late to the party, but the first time I played Mario Galaxy 2 was on the Wii U eShop, the Virtual Console release.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can see what the hype is about, but I'm sorry, I like Mario Galaxy 1, but that's probably my own sentimental value. But my favorite Mario
I
game
can't
personally
knock on
is
it.
Sunshine. So
Ooh, I like that. I played Sunshine fully through way late, like way later than everyone else did. But I did play it on GameCube because I like bought it from like an old game store, and I was just like, let me get a GameCube because I've never played GameCube games on like an actual GameCube. And that's when I like played Sunshine for the first time, played Kirby Air Ride that I really like, Twilight Princess on the GameCube instead of the Wii. Like,
it's the better version.
oh, it's so much better. It just, I don't know what it is about GameCube. I think GameCube might arguably be one of my favorite consoles of all time.
I know you can't see it because my camera's blurred, but I have a whole shelf of GameCube games back there.
Yeah.
That's not all GameCube games, but I got.
Whoa, that's like every single GameCube game.
No, I have like, I think I have like 30.
Uh,
But
yeah, GameCube is
GameCube
great.
was like the first console I bought with my allowance. I think when it came out in 2001, I bought it at launch. I was just like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I think the first console I bought with my own money was, I think it was an Xbox 360. And I got like a really cheap one with like no storage on it. And I spent all my money on the console and couldn't buy games. So you bet I played the Castle Crashers and Banjo-Kazooie demo until they made me stop playing that demo. I know the first levels of those games like the back of my hand.
Castle Crashers is good. We'll go ahead and move on to the next question. These are all coming from YouTube now. This
All
one
right.
comes from Cool Sketch 117. What is your favorite process like when coming up with? Sorry, what is your creative process like when coming up with video ideas, and what are your inspirations?
Well, inspirations, I can start with that one. I have lots of creative inspirations. Like I get compared to a YouTuber known as Scott Kramer a lot, and some people even say that we look like each other, which I think is very funny. But he was like my first initial inspiration, especially coming back into YouTube in 2024. Like he's a commentary YouTuber. He's super funny, but also he does commentary stuff with aspects of like variety content like sprinkled in. Like he did a video where he talked about a show and then recreated an episode of that show at the end of the video. And like he would sprinkle little skits and stuff like that in and out of there, and that was huge for me. And then especially when I met him last summer because he was going on tour, and one of the show was in Minneapolis, and I went to his show, and I also got to meet another a comedy inspiration for me, a channel called Pretty Much It, Eric Striffler, who runs that channel. Huge comedic inspiration for me. I got to meet both of them and even go out to like a dive bar in downtown Minneapolis with them after, because we were just talking and we were just like, let's just hang out for a while. So that was super great. And then, so both of them are huge inspirations for me. And then I get the Mr. Beast comparisons a lot when it comes to like budget Mr. Beast, and like I've been told by some people that I do like old school Mr. Beast videos, and like they're just fun videos to do. I wouldn't say I'm inspired per se to make those kind of videos, but they're just overall like fun to do. But I will say my main inspiration moving forward in my videos, and he just left the platform actually recently, is Anthony Poe, or Anthopo. He would make, especially in college, he made a lot of college videos that included his friends. And it's almost exactly like what I am trying to do now. So definitely those people would be the inspiration like category. But for creative process, it purely just depends on the video. Like if it's a commentary video, I'll do a loose script. Like most of my commentary videos are straight up improv. Like I'll have bullet points, but I won't have a script per se. I'm just like, okay, I need to get to these points. I'll just talk until I hit all these points. But then for the bigger stuff like Knuthh Klassic or Betrayers, that has a little bit more behind them, especially Knuthh Klassic. Like there's so much stuff that goes into those bigger videos. But like it's very much just like sitting down and just getting as much done as I possibly can, because I have ADHD. So if I don't get it like planned out in kind of one sitting, then that video is never coming out. I will never go back to that video, and it will never go out.
If I don't do this now, it's never gonna happen.
Exactly. If I don't do this right this very moment. But
All right. What the? All right. This comes from Swanlit Second Channel 8533.
Spawn! I know that guy.
Dang. We all know that 100 humans could beat a gorilla, but what animal could beat 100 humans the quickest?
Me.
Oh, dang.
I'm an animal. Dude, you see this build? Look, I'm a tall here, I can try to show. I'm a tall man. I got boom, boom. I'm the animal that can beat 100 humans.
Dang. You hear that, Swan? He's gonna kick
Yeah.
everyone's butt.
Boxing match. Here we go. In reality, dude, polar bear. The polar bears will mess everybody up.
What is the saying? Is if it's brown, lay down. If it's black,
Fight back, and if it's white,
if it's
say goodnight.
Say goodnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
I used
mess
to
with
date a
polar
girl
bears.
that was really into bears, so I know that phrase way too well now.
We have the grizzly bears in my area. They come around sometimes. Not into my area, but like up in the mountains.
Yeah,
they've
they're
been
actually,
spotted a few times.
hanging out in my living room right now. They're just,
Yeah, just
they kick back.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh, I love that show.
Except this bear is
Oh.
very angry.
He's very mad. See, you guys have bears. We just get tornadoes. That's my area.
That's what could beat 100 people with a tornado.
I don't know if that classifies as an animal, but we'll count it.
Put that on the tier list.
The tier list of what could beat 100 humans.
Yeah, tornadoes at the top, then polar bear, and at the very bottom is a baby.
It's a big
A baby can't do anything.
Watch Mojo top 10 animals that can beat 100 humans.
That's gonna be the next video. Just
Exactly. Just
All right.
just an absolute YouTube poop for that one.
Next question comes from Simple Trainer 8544. The Knuthh Klassic is one of my favorite videos I've ever seen. Can you give more insight of making it, and are we getting another one?
All right. Well, how much am I allowed to give insight for? Because there could be a whole
this is
series
your
of
episode,
documents.
man. Talk about it.
Oh, well, so I'll let you know now. Yes, there is going to be a second Knuthh Classic. It has been announced. It was teased at the end of the award show video and then officially announced on April 1st, which was that Mr. Beast parody video. In reality, it was just announcing, yeah, we're doing. Actually, speaking of
It
that
was all
award
a
show one,
ruse.
I forgot that I had this back here, but I announced it after I gave myself an award at my own award show for best Knuthh video of the year. And it was the Knuthh Classic, and that's when I was like, I think we're gonna make another one. But we film the Knuthh Classic 2. When is this video coming out, do you think?
It's gonna come out
when
next
is this
Friday.
podcast?
The
Next
29th.
Friday? So when this video is posted, the next day we film Knuthh Classic 2 on May 30th. Like, we are close to filming the next one. And so season 1, we're calling it season 2. Season 1, it was 6 teams of 4. This year we're doing 8 teams of 5. We have 40 people. Some mixtures of people that have been on the channel in the past, previous Knuthh Classic players, and a lot of new people that have never been on the channel before. And we're splitting up into 8 teams of 5, and we're doing Knuthh Classic 2. I'm gonna give us a special sneak peek to the Watersurf viewers. I'm gonna grab one thing. Hold on, keep them company, keep them occupied.
Oh, he found it.
This was last year's, and then we got this year's. We got each person has a custom shirt and a custom team. So this is my team, and we even got the name and number on the back. So there's 40 of these that got made. for
Dang.
8 different teams. So I'll lay that right there. But there is a second one. But the first one, I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the first one?
I was watching bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. Well, the first one, it came from, again, talking about Scott Kramer. He made a thing called the Kramer Games, which was inspired by the Disney Channel games. If you ever heard of that or remember that, he made his own. It was like 4 teams of 2, and then he did it again for like, I think it was 4 teams of 4. And I was like, I really want to do pretty much exactly this, but with my own little flair onto it. And so he had the Kramer games. I created the Knuthh Classic. It was originally called the Knuthh Cup, and then my roommate goes, dude, you should call it the Knuthh Classic. And I'm like, that is a much better name than the Knuthh Cup by a long shot. So we started planning in January, and I was just like, I'm just gonna call people and see how many people I can get on board with this. And then I eventually had 6 teams of 4. And I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I should start like making this an actual thing now. And then that's when I got my first real sponsor deal with Lone Wolf Spices. They were going to sponsor the event. So I was actually able to make this event as good as it could be. Ended up telling everybody like, hey, bring the shirt of the team that you're on, like your own clothing. And then we filmed for about, I think we started at 10 in the morning, and then we ended at about 4 o'clock that afternoon of just a random park, and just did different stupid Olympic and field-like events for points, and there was trophies for the winner. But the process of making that was stressful. Like, people don't understand how much is on the line for the person organizing, especially when it comes to IRL events. Like, you could do online events, and that is way easier to find, like, replacements if need be, or set up like cool challenges and stuff like that. When you're doing real life stuff, the moment that someone drops out, especially so close to the date, it causes everything to be at stake. It's like, can we find someone that is willing to do this at such short notice, and that is gonna be in the area and is able to put aside a whole day pretty much. So it is the most stressful like periods of my life, and then when we actually film it, it is the best day of my life. Like, it makes every bit of that stress worth it. Especially with last year's. We had like 5 people drop out 4 days before filming. And I was just like, oh no. Like, this is not gonna work. But it worked out in the end, and it is my favorite video that I have ever made and will ever make, hopefully, to get beat by its sequel. Hopefully.
We'll see if the sequel lives up to it, but I believe in you.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does, because I'm nervous.
If you're able to do it one time, you can always do it again. That's what I always say.
Yeah. You
All
only
right.
need to learn it one time. It's like riding a bike.
And
Once you
plus,
learn it one time, you can pick it back up.
plus, when you have your own formula with what you're doing, like once you lay the groundwork for that specific type of video, then you can I can do that again, but better.
Yeah. For me, that's exactly what I did with this one. It's just like, oh, I only had 6 teams of 4 last year. Let me do 8 teams of 5. Like, I can do that. I know that many people. And honestly, I'm shocked that I know that many people. I'm very blessed to know that many people that are down to do it.
I think I can name the amount of people I know on my hand.
Yeah, for that sort of stuff, it reminds me of how lucky I am to be surrounded by such great people. Like, I live with 2 roommates who are both like best friends of mine, and we actually enjoy living with each other, which is wild. Like, people always say, don't move in with your best friends. It will never work. You'll end up hating each other. And it like, no, I've lived with at least one of my roommates for coming up 3 years now. Like we started as roommates in college and now we're roommates here. And like we still are pretty close to being like nothing is shaken up in our relationship at all. And then surrounded by other people that are like constantly in your life and supportive of stuff. Like you'll see Jonah and Zach and Peter in a lot of my videos and Braden, which are just some people that are in like consistently a lot of videos. And people look at that and they go, man, those are some good people around it. And I always got to remind myself of that too. Just like, yeah, I do have a lot of great people around me.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on to the next question. This comes from RydogZY4NY. Do you ever wish you could play in the games you do and not be the host all the time?
All the time. Like, what's the phrase? Never the bridesmaid, or no, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's kind of how I feel sometimes, especially for like when I decide to do a Survivor video or the Betrayers. Like, I always, like, it's fun to watch and it's fun to plan and it's fun to host. But I'll always sometimes look at that and just go, man, I really wish I wasn't the host right now and I really wish I would be playing in this. So that's probably another reason why I like Knuthh Klassic so much, is because I play in that. I'm able to play in that. Because I always like kind of proving myself in games and stuff like that. I do think I'm pretty underrated or underestimated in a lot of stuff. So getting to prove that in challenge and competitive scenarios, like I'm a super competitive person just in general, but all the time, especially Betrayers. I was like, that would be so fun to play in. But also, I get to see how the whole thing turns out without having risks of being murdered or voted out. So,
Yeah, I get that because I'm hosting this podcast. I'm like, maybe I want to be interviewed sometimes.
yeah, like maybe I want to be on a podcast.
Maybe I want to play in the game sometimes.
Yeah.
But
And,
the other,
hey, any YouTuber that is doing these kind of video, hit me up. I'll go anywhere. I want in.
that kind of relates to our next question. This one comes from our last guest, FilmGuyMax, and he asked 3 questions. You know, he was only supposed to ask 1, but I'll give him a pass because he was the last
Come on,
guest.
Max. So does
Or should
that
I
mean
just say
I get
Guy
3
Max?
questions for the next one?
Yeah.
Do I get 3 questions on the next?
If you want to
guest
ask the
stuff?
next
Is that
the
the
next
rules?
question, but I'll let you know who it is after we're done filming because I don't want to spoil.
Okay,
the
sounds
surprise.
good.
Okay, we'll start with his first question. He says, "Oh hell yeah, this is gonna be a great episode. My question would be, how did you come to find out you wanted to make a competition game show style for YouTube? And do you have any tips for someone that may want to film a do-it-yourself elimination type reality show in the future? A friend of his is looking to shoot one quite soon and has recruited me. I'm very excited."
Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth. I'm kind of kidding, but my main advice and like tips, I guess it's not really a tip. It's way more advice for when it comes to making these kind of videos. It's a lot harder than it seems when you're filming. Like when you're filming it, you could get caught up with like how good it's going that you are forgetting, I have to put this together later. Like I need to portray how good this is going into a video. And especially with the more people that you have, it can pile on quick. So my main tip or advice is be prepared. Like you have to be ready to have hour-long editing sessions to scrub through footage to find the best possible things. You need to. It is not for everybody, and that's why people do it as a full-time job, and why not a lot of people do reality like stuff and reality competition shows, especially on YouTube. And I think that is like a series of videos that can do very well with the right people behind it. But some tips that I have for you, I'll make a little step-by-step tutorial. It is impossible to catch everything with. It's impossible to match the amount of players that you have and the amount of cameramen that you have. So you will need to have your players shoot themselves in times where there's no chance the camera could catch them. And my main tip is if people do that, have them organize the footage. If they send you it in a Google Drive folder, have them organize it by parts of the game. It will make editing 10 times easier, because then you can break it off into different sections. Like for Betrayers, I didn't do that because I forgot, because I was so caught up in getting it going.
Fun.
Yeah, but after I organized it into, okay, this is round one mingling, which is always before challenge. And then there's challenge, and then there's strategy, vote out, kill for every episode. So I had it organized based on that for each person. And that made editing the episodes so much easier. Like, organization is your best friend. And if you can put that onto some of your players and they're okay with doing that, it will make filming it and editing it way easier. And my last tip and most important tip, as much as you would like it to be the best content you could, do not interfere with how the players are choosing to play the game. Do not control how they are playing the game, because it's different than how you thought they would play the game. Because you need to adapt. As a host, you can give them directions of how the game is played, but you can't tell them how exactly to play the game. And that causes different strategies to emerge and different things that you wouldn't expect to happen, alliances that you wouldn't expect to happen, and different ways of playing the game that is incredible for content that you would have never gotten if you told everybody exactly how they should play the game. Leave room for them to play their own game. Don't give them full reign, because of course there's still structure in a game like this, in all games. But make sure they have a big enough pool to swim in, would be the best way I can describe it. They will make the content. You need to make sure you don't hold their hand too much.
That's some solid advice, though, especially in terms of organization. That's what I always tell first-time editors, is to make sure you organize your footage.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, that makes things so much easier.
Yeah. I spent the first day of editing Betrayers, I did not put a single thing onto the timeline. My first day of editing Betrayers was organization. So yeah. I put everybody into different folders on their individual cameras, and then I organized that folder with what part of the game it was.
Makes things so much easier. Okay, next thing is, this is 2 questions, so technically he has 4. FilmGuyMax, I swear. Sorry, I have more questions. Biggest advice for being a small creator on YouTube? That's the first one.
Okay. Oh, no. I thought you were going to see both. Yeah. Okay.
I'll do one at a time.
Biggest advice for smaller creators. Okay. Especially if your goal is to grow, you will not grow just on YouTube. You need to branch out. You need to do TikToks. You need to do YouTube Shorts. If your pure focus is to grow, that's how you should do it. But if you're a smaller creator like me, and I think you also are kind of in this boat as well, Watersurf, where the main focus is, I like making these videos and I like making content. Do not ever look at views. Just don't do it. if you are purely doing it off of the fun of making the video, do not look at the views. There's one of my buddies, he does streaming. And one of the best things that he has ever done and said, like, this is my advice to small streamers, turn off your view count. You just go based on who's typing in chat. You do not go based on how many people are watching. And I was just like, I wish there was a way to do that with YouTube. And there's not a clear way besides just trying to ignore it the best you can. I read comments, and that's it on my videos. I only know what my most popular videos are occasionally based on like the fact that I do kind of run a business, so I have to like count how many views we got this month and stuff like that. Like as part of some stuff, I need to look at views, but if I don't have to, I won't. And that makes it so much better when it comes to making stuff.
I'll piggyback off of that. And I'm like, this is how I view things because I've been making videos for now over 18 years. And I'm just like, if one person watches my video and they enjoy it, that's all that matters to me. I don't care if 2 people watch it. I don't care if 100 people watch it. I don't care if 1,000,000 people watch it. As long as one person gets enjoyment out of that video, then I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Now,
And you want to know
got 0 views, then I'd cry.
yeah, it's like that's the be all end all. But also going off of your point, that one person is allowed to be you. You are allowed to be that one person that enjoys that video.
Exactly.
Of course, it's awesome spreading that out and like feel like you're not just screaming things into the void. But if you enjoy it, then that's at least one person that you're positively affecting with making content.
This guy gets it.
I get it.
All right. His next question in this little stack is, would you consider casting other YouTubers in your game show vids? Because I don't know where you're based, but they look like so much fun, and he'd love the opportunity to be in one.
Ooh, getting Max in a Betrayers like video would be, ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Of course, I would love, yeah.
I think he's up in the northeast of the country.
Northeast, so yeah, I'm Midwest. So I'm a little bit far. Of course, I am open to any collaborations that come my way. There's definitely like ways that I can incorporate people being in videos without them physically being here. Again, of course, it'd be awesome to do IRL stuff with other YouTubers because I feel like, especially when it comes to my content, IRL is always number one focus.
It seems like it works better for you in that aspect.
Exactly. Like, there's a lot more control, ironically enough, in IRL scenarios than there is on online collaborations, I feel like. Like, there's more limitations, but there's more freedoms at the same time. It's kind of interesting to think about. But I've always had a dream of, like, and I'm kind of fulfilling it a little bit with Betrayers, of doing, like, my own original reality show, competition show on YouTube with different creators or different people and, like, making it this big thing and putting it onto YouTube. So if the opportunity presented itself, I am not opposed to any collaborations, depending on, of course, what the collaboration is. But I'm not opposed to like getting outside people into my videos.
Well, I have a collaboration idea for you. You and me, Weird Al covers.
We're gonna go band for band on Weird Al covers. You send one, I send one. You send one, I send.
I call dibs on eBay.
Oh shoot, I'll take TMZ. We could go band for band right now on just Weird Al titles. Just whoever, what's that one game, categories? You can just keep on going until you mess it up. Oh.
But yeah. That's what he says, okay, FilmGuyMax? You better be watching this, or we're gonna send you Weird Al covers.
Yeah, we're gonna send you. It's now a threat. It's always been a threat.
We, no, it's not a threat. It's a promise. It's a promise. I will do it.
It's, it's a promise. It's not. There's no threatening here. It's gonna happen.
All right. His last question, and this will be the final question of the podcast, is I saw your videos about setting deadlines for yourself to be a full-time YouTuber. Can you explain your thought process behind this a little bit more? I'm curious to know how other creators feel about your current YouTube landscape, or the current YouTube landscape, sorry.
Gotcha. That's a very good question. So, I'm assuming he's referring to I made a video almost exactly one or a little bit over exactly a year ago now, where I gave myself 1 year to try to do full-time content creation as much as I could. So I just got out of my sophomore year of college, and I'm not a big school guy. Again, I have ADHD, and I also do have, on the very low scale, I am diagnosed with autism. So school has always been interesting to me. Like, there's some classes that come easy, and then some classes that become incredibly difficult. And after my second year of college, I really looked at like what I was doing and just like, do I really want to be stuck with 2 more years of college and doing this stuff when I'm like making these videos, they're doing well, and I'm having way more enjoyment doing this, even though it wasn't profitable yet. Like, I was making money, but it wasn't profitable yet, like fully profitable. And that was around the time that I got a pretty good job working as a media director for a company here in the town that I live in. And I was just like, I think I could probably take a year to just try this. Just see what it would be like if part of my life was doing full-time content creation. But I couldn't do that with school, job, and YouTube. Like, I couldn't do all three. So I really looked back and I'm like, I think I'm going to take a gap year from college and see how it goes. And a year later, I made a new deadline where I do think I can continue to do this for like longer, but I also do think that there is a point where I will be content with what I have done on the internet. And I've already announced it, and I really don't plan on going back on this. Like, I had a friend ask me like, well, what if you get 1 million subscribers overnight? Like, are you going to continue going after that date? And I honestly don't think I will. So I said it in a recent video, I think it's called like 1 year later, where on December 31st, 2027, so next year on New Year's Eve, I will upload my last video, and that will be it. And then the channel will lay dormant for, I might upload like an update video at some point of just like what's going on if I feel like it. But I think like, especially because by the time it's like New Year's Eve of 2027, I'll be 22 and a half years old. I'll be like, enough time has gone in my life where I can be content with what I make. So if I made that deadline, then I can push myself into making the best videos that I possibly can be. Like, the first video that I uploaded after announcing that was Betrayers. Like, it was the start of an episodic series where every episode is like over 20 minutes long of this insane game that I played with a bunch of friends. And like, I want to make videos of that scale until I feel content. And I think December 31st, 2027, I will feel content by then. So I think for me, it was not only more of seeing if I can do it after the first year, because after that first year, I knew I can do it. And then after, it more became like, how long do I want to do this for before I am fully satisfied with what I have done? And giving myself a time frame pushes me more towards like, all right, after this, it's done. Let's get everything that I wanted to do on the table, no matter how much money it's going to cost me, no matter how difficult it's going to be in the meantime, I'm going to do it. And in the current YouTube landscape, we're more set on algorithm than we ever had been. The algorithm controls everything, especially with YouTube Shorts doing way better than any video you upload could probably do. And so the current YouTube landscape is all about algorithm, but for me, I chose to ignore it.
Fight
Like,
the
again,
algorithm.
yeah, there's no reason to fight the algorithm if I know that that's not the reason why I'm doing this. If the reason why I was doing this is to grow and figure out the algorithm and make as much money as I can, there wouldn't be a date where I decide to stop. But since there is, why should I spend my time fighting an ever changing algorithm when I could just make what I want to make?
That's that's probably the best way to look at it, and this is also coming from me, is that I don't make any money on my channel. Still I'm still leagues away from getting to the 4K watch hour mark, and I'm like, you know what? Whatever, man. I'm just gonna make what I want to make. And I don't care
Yeah.
what anybody says. I don't care what some computer says. I don't care what that guy over there says. I'm gonna make what I want to make. And if you want to watch it, cool. And if you don't, whatever, man. I made it. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. That's the important part.
Yeah. People have turned YouTube into almost a game of just like how, like, what can I make the highest click percentage on this thumbnail? How many different tags can I put on this video to reach as many people as I possibly can? And like, it's not like I don't do any of that. Like, I do A/B testing. I do put tags in my videos and stuff like that. Like, I still
Yeah,
do some of the
there's
things.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and yeah, again, it just like, it's not that I don't do it because I think I'm like higher and mighty by not fighting it. It's just like, I just know I don't need to, because that's not the reason why I'm doing this.
And then another important thing to remember with this whole thing is that, yeah, you're not going to get a billion views, but the small audience that you do curate over this time is going to be much better than a large audience that doesn't know what the hell you make because they all came from this algorithm that was pushing you.
Yeah. And also, like, another thing as well, though, kind of like, just to play a little bit of devil's advocate with that statement, it's like, you won't get a billion views, but you also could. Like, you don't have to fight the algorithm to get views. Like, there is like a lot of times where, again, with my NFL video, there was no tags, there was no A/B testing at the time. I just made a video and posted it, and then the next morning it's at 10,000 views, and it's like, whoa, that's wild. And I didn't do anything for that video. It was just a video that so happened to catch fire. I didn't do any specific editing trick or title combination that caused that to happen. I just made a video. Like, Knuthh Klassic got over 1,000 views in like a month. So it's like, that video that is definitely not algorithm friendly did well. It can happen. Like, especially because I got a boost when I was doing YouTube before 2024. I was in a video with a YouTuber called Quackity, and then also there was two other big YouTubers in that video at the time, known as Dream and Mr. Beast. Like, and I got a huge boost from being in that video. And then there's a lot of people that comment just like, oh, I didn't subscribe for this. I didn't like, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, I got a boost there, but I know what I like to make. Cause like, people, I've been told by like some people are just like, oh, you need to make more NFL videos, like NFL commentary videos, because that one did so well. And it's like, but what if I don't want to? Like, I wanted to at that point. What if I don't want to now? And that should be more widely acceptable, I think, especially in this YouTube landscape.
Two things. Funny thing about Quackity is he commented on one of my old Roblox videos, and he was like, I used to watch this growing up. And I'm like, oh, big YouTuber watched my tiny little channel growing up. I'm like, I feel weird now.
Yeah.
And then another thing is with making what you want to make. And that's kind of just the important thing with both you and me and you watching this. If you're a creator, is just make what you want to make. Who cares about an algorithm? You're going to have all these YouTube gurus telling you that if you don't do X, Y, and Z, then you're not going to get that big money. I'm like, if you really want to, just go and scam children. Just do that. That's how you'll get money.
Exactly.
That's sarcasm.
Bank robbery, kid.
Just give those shiny discos, okay? Do the shiny disco.
Thanks for the roses. Yum.
Yeah, that's if you really want, you could take that route, but just know that I will call you scum of the earth if you're scamming children. But you gotta make what you gotta make. God dang it, you know?
Yeah, and if you want to make videos that is going to please the algorithm and are designed to grow and be like, that is okay too. Like, I don't knock people for playing the game. I just actively choose to not play the game.
I just know that if you take that route, you might burn out quicker. And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
that's also the downside.
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to both situations. There's no clear way to play YouTube. There just isn't. There's good ways to play, but there's no clear way.
Just go to their HQ and say, put my video in the algorithm, or else I'll give you.
You ever seen Smosh the movie? You go in the portal and you go, here you go.
But we'll go ahead and wrap this video up with final thoughts. I always give the guests some final thoughts to give, and I feel like we kind of just gave some with that whole last question. But anything you want to add before we get out of here?
I'll give one more little speech, little monologue. When it comes to, I've given a lot of YouTube advice, but I'm also someone that really likes giving life advice to people, and I know this is going to sound weird from a 21-year-old, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have this motto. It's from, actually, right there. Do you see that sign? That is from a show called Ted Lasso. It says believe. I know the camera is probably flipped, but it says believe.
And I can see it. It says believe on my end.
Yes. Perfect. But that comes from a show from Ted Lasso. All right? It is my favorite show of all time. But in that show, he references a Walt Whitman quote called "Be curious, not judgmental." And that can go for YouTube, that can go for content creation, and that can go for life. I have had so much fun doing videos and making new connections with people by being curious about the person and not judgmental about the person. And that is my final thing that I will leave you with.
You heard it here first, folks. Don't be judgmental. All right.
Be curious. I punched my mic. Excuse you.
This is going to be the end of the podcast where I just tell you a few things. First things first, you better go check out his channel. If you don't, Weird Al covers are coming your way.
No!
And then, as always with these end cards, is that his channel is going to be linked probably over there. Right below it, I'll probably put the Knuthh Klassic. On this side will probably be his recent video, The Betrayer's first episode, so you can get started on that. And right here will be the other episodes you can watch in this podcast.
By the time I think this video comes out, I think all of Betrayers will be out, so you can actually catch up on all of Betrayers.
So you can start with the first episode. If you have a playlist, I'll probably link that instead.
Yeah, I got a playlist. I'll send you it.
All right. Bye-bye. That's it. Go watch his videos now.
Please.